pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome everybody here. Welcome Ricardo. Should be a short, simple, sweet meeting tonight. I think we've all discussed this through and through, and first thing we need to do, we're going to approve tonight's agenda. We'll be skipping over our minutes from our previous meeting and wrapping those all up into our next regular board meeting. So if anybody was wondering about that, that's kind of what we got planned for tonight. So do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Support.
We have motion support for tonight's agenda. Do we have any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We're going to move right on to our action items, or item, which is our proposed election resolution for May of 2023. You have in front of you the language, what we are proposing. So, does anybody want me to read through this? Have you read it, understand it? I guess it don't matter to me. If people want me to read it, I'll go through and read it. If we're all good.
I'm good.
Okay. Man, you're good too?
This will be two proposals on the same ballot, right?
Correct.
Just as for clarity.
Yep, you'll have the ballot language is in the resolution that you'll vote on. One will be for the bond, and the other one will be for the sinking fund.
Okay.
Correct.
And this will be a special, there will be no other.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not sure.
Correct.
Okay, there could be yet, or
Potentially.
otherwise this is
I
gonna
believe
be
the
the
filing
sole
deadline
purpose of the vote.
Yep, the filing deadline is February 7th.
Why is there a question mark there?
No, it is.
Why?
Because you're voting yes or no.
Okay. It's like a huge typo
It's
to me.
confusing. Yeah, it's confusing.
Okay.
Just like
I
the.
think we've done a pretty darn good job of reviewing it, analyzing it. I think we've given a fair shot to the public.
Yep.
I think had surprisingly good participation. So I feel really good about that.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the resolution as presented.
Support. Okay, we have a motion and support to adopt the resolution as presented. Is there any more discussion or questions? We're gonna take a little time here. We don't need to rush into this.
So therefore, it doesn't have an E on it when you're doing these either? Wow.
Don't try to figure out the legal language.
I was like, oh my stars.
I tried that.
I wanna correct it.
There's no point.
We will also,
No.
we will also have the ballot language sent to us before it's put on the ballot.
Okay.
There's no point in arguing with the legal language.
No.
Yes, Ken reached out to me. And
Makes
I was
no
like,
sense.
that sounds-
That works.
That's why they get paid the big bucks. I think we just, Kevin, I think we've got a big education project ahead of us, particularly because of the two proposals.
Yep. Right.
You know, I think that's gonna be our major challenge, particularly the sinking fund, because
Yep.
nobody's seen a sinking fund before, so we got a pretty big challenge as far as education goes, and we'll have to develop a good plan how we're gonna do that.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, that is, sinking fund is something that's new to this community, so.
I've been working on FAQs already,
yeah,
as well as like a chart or table of what it would cost voters. And we'll be meeting with my community action group on Friday. And I'm hoping they're brainstorming me with some ideas and what they really think needs to be at the forefront of communication for that. So it's also in the district newsletter, projected between a sinking fund and a bond proposal. That will be hitting mailboxes this week or
Okay.
early next week, so.
and the committee that worked on, I think we were on one page as to what had happened, and I think, you know, by going with the 1 versus 1.1, I think we showed some good faith effort to pare back.
Yep.
As close as we could. I don't know if you guys want to say something, Bill.
But really, yeah, there's no place to cut.
So I think that's part of the, I don't wanna say marketing, but it is somewhat marketing, is pictures of the track, pictures of the roofs. I heard that some of the shop equipment or some kids' shop projects were damaged because of a water leak in the roof. So I think those are things that you have to show visually. Most people are very visual, so you can give them all of this stuff, but they're just gonna look at, is there a need? Yes, there's a need. So then that visualization of what that need is and what exactly it's gonna cover, I think is really important for either one. That looks good to me.
So buses broke on the side of the road?
Yeah, I mean, bus is broken, a new, you know, the kind of how many kids are using busing, why it's so important, why, you know, the track, you know, the life of the track, what that was. I think just being, you know, I wish we would have had this done before homecoming and we could have had a table set up with education or with at least pamphlets and flyers for homecoming when all of those people were here. I think that would have been helpful, but obviously that would have been too soon because we haven't approved everything and gotten everything out there, but I think that's a lot of what's gonna need to happen before May. So that they can make an educated decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
You say, have there been any discussion on some options yet, or is that,
As far
his options is how we're gonna communicate?
you know, the biggest thing I think is communication. You know, talking about having coffee hours, different things like that, in homes or businesses. Mailings are always big. Pictures go over well, but it's also more of, I like tours. If we can get people to come to tours, because it's different to see a picture of a crack than to see 30 cracks, you know,
The
that
waves in the
are all
flooring
there.
or something?
Right, for different things like that. We've got a good visual of the roof of what's been repaired already and what needs to be repaired from the drone. But you know, the biggest thing I think for all of us is just gonna be communicating. It's hard to write a 3-sentence synopsis of what a sinking fund is compared to a bond proposal for people to understand, you know, but we can talk about it and explain it. That's my communication style anyway, so I probably tend to lean towards that.
Okay.
I think it's gonna boil down to one-on-one, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
talking to your friends and neighbors and
Some tours would be.
knowing the details and how it works and.
But like even the basketball games, it's inside, having a table up, having brochures, having some of us willing to sit there. I would be more than willing to do that. And then, like I said, you could have some pictures, but you could have some of the information. If there are questions that, you know, we don't get too deep in the weeds, we don't misspeak, you know, we don't misrepresent, but that it's out there. And we still have some big basketball games coming up, and like Lake City, McBain, those kinds of things where you would hit some of those voters to be able to do that.
One of the things too is you gotta remember is if we start communicating really soon, you lose that momentum.
Yeah,
And people forget to go vote.
yeah, time is gonna be important.
You know, so they say 6 to 8 weeks is when you really start communicating.
It's really start in March time.
Because you have spring carnival, you have prom, you have different things. Prom, people don't go to prom unless you're a student, but you have different events to do that. I hope to have stuff for basketball games that we can hand out
Yeah.
too. So.
I
You can
think,
get the momentum will peak a little too soon and then
yeah.
it fall off.
I don't even know if it has to be momentum, it just has to be knowledge. So people are gonna stick in their head, oh, I'm either gonna do this or I'm not. So I think that, yeah, I mean, I can see momentum-wise 6 to 8 weeks, but I also think the more people you can touch in any way that you can do so, that needs to happen sooner than later.
Yeah, particularly because there's only gonna be the one issue. It's not like they're gonna come to vote for anything else, so,
Right.
If they're coming to vote, they're voting.
yeah, if they're gonna come to vote, they're gonna vote for us.
Mhm.
Yes, correct. Okay, we have a motion and support. Are you good, Becky?
I am.
Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call vote tonight. Start with you, Becky.
I approve.
Matt?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Doug?
Yes.
Denny?
Yes.
Karen?
Yes.
And I'm a yes also.
Perfect.
So our resolution passes. 7 yeses, 0 nays.
Do we know yet which voting polls will be open, like McBain, other counties? Do we know that yet?
I don't, typically your township halls, unless some combined in the past.
Okay.
I don't know if they've combined in the past or not.
Okay.
It'd be McBain or the township halls, yeah.
I think they'll only do 2, because didn't the last one they only
Did
do
they?
1?
I think so, you
I
had to
thought they
come.
only did McBain last
I
time.
think so.
There's been somewhere, it's
They'll
just
let-
been one, but I don't know.
Jessica will let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
I think, last time, first time around, it was only one, and last time it was a couple, I think.
Okay.
Voting
Different
precincts.
Like precincts
Oh.
open.
Does Jessica make that decision?
I believe so, yeah, the township clerks, yeah. She's our election coordinator, so.
Yeah, I believe instead of my normal precinct, I voted in Lucas.
Cause you're not gonna, there's 3 voters in Marion Township, you're not gonna get Marion to open their ballot.
My experience has, the past district they did, even
Did
with
they?
7 voters.
Really?
You don't have my chair.
So we will make sure we communicate
Yeah,
that, so.
I mean,
Okay.
we'll know by the time it's time.
I guess moving on to public comment. Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make sure we thank our kindergarten classes for our
Yes,
Yes.
very nice.
appreciation.
Yeah, this
here.
is adorable.
This is
Love
very
it.
thoughtful. Simple and thoughtful.
Something to make you smile.
Yes.
Guessing this is Hank over here.
Yep, could be, yes. Yep,
So cute.
That'd be a grandson.
yes. Yep.
They are adorable.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Support.
Motion support, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, meeting officially adjourned, 6:14.
Is that a record?
I told my wife to leave about 15 minutes, that wasn't all far.